What's going on, guys? G here and welcome to a brand new video, and welcome to your daily dose of transfer content. And today is going to be the start of a brand new week. It is Monday the 13th of July. We have confirmed deals to go through as well as the rumours. So just before we get started, if you could do our good stuff by leaving a like rating, press the subscribe button if you're new, and press the bell notification next to it so you never miss an upload. Yesterday's episode will be down below in the description box, and the current schedule every day at 8 AM UK time, there'll be a new video in your sub box. And finally, in the comment section below, comment anything, ask me anything, and I'll try and answer as many as I can. So first up, former Crystal Palace and Aston Villa midfielder Mile Jedinak, he's announced his retirement from football at the age of 35. The former Australian international, who made 79 international appearances and played at 3 World Cups, he was released by Villa at the end of last season. A story from The Independent is that West Brom are interested in signing Manchester United midfielder Jesse Lingard, and they want to do it on a permanent deal. Solskjaer is keen to offload several United players this summer because he wants a new rebuild, and Lingard is apparently on that list to go. Everton and West Ham are also interested, but West Brom right now are probably the favourites. And looking at the Championship table, West Brom obviously will try and be in the Premier League for next season, otherwise it may be a bit unrealistic getting Lingard. They are currently sat in second place, the same points total as Leeds, though I believe Leeds played just after I'm doing this video. But they are pretty close now to Brentford, just 3 points off. Chelsea are lining up a bid for Dean Henderson, according to Football Insider. The highly rated goalkeeper, who has been catching the eye at Sheffield United this season and previous seasons, he's tied to a deal at Manchester United, but they may have to sell him if no role opens up for him at Old Trafford. Obviously, I see United fans, they really want him to have a chance next season because David De Gea's form is a bit questionable. But for Dean Henderson, whether he wants to take a year as a backup to De Gea or maybe go elsewhere, we'll have to wait and see. He might even go back out on loan to Sheffield United. And as for Chelsea, they have currently got Kepa in goal, who's the world's most expensive keeper. But it's safe to say that Henry hasn't worked out. His first season wasn't too bad, but he's just a very dodgy goalkeeper in my opinion. Brahim Diaz could be on his way to Real Betis, according to Mundo Deportivo. The 20-year-old has been linked with a move away from the Spanish capital in recent weeks, and it could be reunited with former Manchester City boss Manuel Pellegrini. His move to Real Madrid went through last year, and so far this season, he has played a very limited amount of minutes. Manchester City have not ruled out offering Sergio Aguero a new contract at the Etihad, and this story comes from the Daily Mirror. The Argentine was expected to move back to his boyhood team Independiente. That's when his current deal expires at the end of next season. However, Pep Guardiola may look to offer him fresh terms because he's been unable to identify a direct replacement, and Gabriel Jesus hasn't convinced him enough. Mundo Deportivo are reporting that AC Milan are the latest team to declare an interest in Real Madrid striker Luka Jovic. The Serbian is expected to leave the Los Blancos this summer, that's after scoring just twice in his first 25 appearances for the club. Chelsea, Leicester, Napoli, Inter and Juve, all those clubs are believed to be showing an interest, and Real Madrid expect to get about 31 million for him. Leicester want him to partner Jamie Vardy for next season. I'm not sure whether Chelsea really need him now because they've signed Timo Werner. And as for AC Milan, they were linked to him last season as well before he moved to Real Madrid. Now, I mentioned yesterday that I think he does need to go away from Real Madrid, whether that's a permanent deal or a temporary basis, but he needs to regain his confidence. Inter Miami have identified Barcelona midfielder Arturo Vidal as a potential transfer target, and this story is from Don Ballon. Italian giants Inter and Juve have also been linked with a 33-year-old, who has been tipped to leave the Camp Nou this summer. Inter Miami though would like to lure Vidal to the MLS, but Barca would prefer to keep hold of him for at least one more year. And Vidal's future being questioned hasn't really been an unfamiliar theme, because even last year he was linked to Inter Milan back then, and in the January window he was linked to Inter Miami as well. I know it's not really relevant for transfers, but if you've seen what's going on with this MLS's back tournament, I really think it wasn't a great idea. There's been it just doesn't look good. Teams are pulling out, positive coronavirus tests being announced just like minutes before games. I think it's a bit of a weird decision to carry it on. A short story from Bild in Germany is that Barca will have to pay Ousmane Dembele's former club Borussia Dortmund 20 million euros as if they decide to sell the France forward this summer. He has been linked to a few different clubs, but most recently Manchester United. That's as a backup option if they can't sign Jadon Sancho. So even if Dortmund don't sell Sancho, they could be pocketing 20 million from Barca. Again, that's if they decide to sell him. Tutto Mercato are saying that Manchester City and Juventus, they've both joined Liverpool in the race for £32 million rated Bayern midfielder THIAGO. And it's a transfer that, I keep saying, I really hope goes through for Liverpool, but at this point in time, it's getting more and more unlikely. As for Manchester City, he's a perfect player for them, he's a perfect Pep Guardiola player, and he's the reason he made the move to Bayern in the first place. And it would kind of make sense with David Silva going out on a free this summer transfer window or whenever the season does finish. They do probably need to bring in another midfielder, or they could just keep Phil Foden. But just to add a bit more depth into the area they're losing a player in, THIAGO would be a very good choice. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang will sign a new contract at Arsenal, but that's if no tempting offers are put on the table from elsewhere, and this is according to the Daily Star. The Gabonese striker has been linked with a number of clubs, but it remains to be seen whether any will actually make a move for him. His contract does expire in 1 year's time, so he has got a bit of time to make his decision. And Arsenal really should be doing everything in their power to get him to stay. Offer him whatever terms he wants, or as long as they're like realistic terms, just because he's their best player, build around him. Otherwise they'll be losing a massive part of their starting 11, which already has a lot of issues. AC Milan are ready to make an offer for Roma striker Patrick Schick. The 24-year-old is currently on loan at RB Leipzig in the Bundesliga and has scored 10 goals this season. Despite his impressive performances, Roma are open to selling him, and Milan will make a move for him if Leipzig decide against making it a permanent basis. A couple days ago, there were a lot of stories saying that Barca are trying to bring Neymar back to the Camp Nou and they want to do it in 2020. But now, according to Marca, Barca are attempting to end any speculation in the media that's linking the club with a move to re-sign Neymar. The Catalan giant's financial issues, compounded by the coronavirus pandemic, it means that any deal for the Brazilian is way out of their reach. That has not stopped the speculation linking them with a move for their former player, though Barca officials, they are keen to stress the chances of such a deal, they are minimal. Tuttosport are reporting that Manchester United have offered Inter Milan £58 million or 64 million euros, that's for defender Milan Skriniar. Manchester City, Real Madrid and Bayern are also circling for the Slovakian, who has hinted that a summer move could be on the cards. And Skriniar is definitely the type of centre-back that would come into the United team and improve them massively. Him being a new long-term partner for someone like Harry Maguire could work out, and it's definitely a step in the right direction for their starting 11. But one defender that has been linked to many different clubs, including Manchester United, Man City, Liverpool, Real Madrid, pretty much every single top European side, is Senegalese centre-back Kalidou Koulibaly. He says he could finish his career with Napoli instead, that's despite being linked with a move away constantly. Antonio Conte wants to reunite with N'Golo Kante at Inter, and this is according to La Gazzetta dello Sport. The Nerazzurri boss wants to bring the French midfielder to Serie A, while Blues teammate Emerson Palmieri and Barca midfielder Arturo Vidal, they're also on the club's list of transfer targets. Kante has been linked to Real Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain in the last couple of weeks, and there are rumours saying that if they want to sign Havertz, they may have to sell Kante to do so. And speaking of Kai Havertz, we've got a story from CF Bayern, who works for Sport Bild and is extremely reliable. He has said Chelsea will have to qualify for the Champions League next season, that's if they want any chance to tempt Kai Havertz from Bayer Leverkusen. The Germany international has decided to leave the Bundesliga side, that's because of their failure to secure a place in the next season's competition. And that has then put the pressure on the Blues to qualify. And right now, it's a pretty difficult situation for them because they're either really good or really bad. Like they lost yesterday or 2 days ago for you guys 3-0 to Sheffield United. And potentially 5th place might still get Champions League football if City's ban isn't overturned, which we'll find out today. And actually quickly look at the Premier League table again for a sec. Obviously we know who won it. Not going to gloat in that too much now. But so you've got Liverpool 93 points, City 72. So City have guaranteed Champions League football pretty much. But the race for top 4 is pretty interesting now. Chelsea is sat in 3rd currently with 60 points. Then you have Leicester with 1 game in hand on 59, Man United 1 game less on 58, Wolves on the same amount now on 55, and Sheffield United on 35 games at 54 points. So potentially Chelsea could drop to 6th, but it means they've got to lose at least 2 of their final 3 games. But that, guys, is going to be it for this video. So if you could do our good stuff by leaving a like rating, press the subscribe button if you're new, and press the bell notification next to it so you never miss an upload. My previous episode will be down below in the description box, and the current schedule every day at 8 AM UK time there'll be a new video in your sub box. And for the comment section below, ask me anything and I'll try and respond to as many as I can. So thank you for watching, I'll see you next time.